Hello everybody, this is your tech news guru bringing you some news that you would like. So let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Alright, I've been getting a lot of people buying iPads and all that, and just to let y'all know, I am a Mac person, so yay, boo on me and boo on PC, I don't care. Basically, my Twitter account's been blowing up a lot because a lot of people have been buying the iPad. And what I'm going to do here today for you is to give you an idea of what to do when you get your iPad. Basically, some people know what to do, some people don't know what to do. Well, I'm going to explain in-depth detail of what to do when you buy your iPad. First thing you're going to need to do is know what kind of iPad you want. Apple has put out a bunch of iPads, really and truly, that are pretty good. They range in size. Well, there's only two sizes, but far as storage size, there's a 16 if you buy an older one, 32 for the new one, 64, and then the newest one on the block is 128. And what I mean by those numbers, it's the gigabyte size that the iPad itself has available storage. Drawback on the iPad basically is that it stores up to so much in gigs, and then basically you either have to take something off or delete it. What I mean by that is if you have your iTunes account open, which is what I'm going to show you right now, my iTunes account basically stores my music on it, my playlist, everything you could ever possibly think of. Radio, and then if you want, your movies, whatever movies you decide to download, or if you buy a Blu-ray DVD and it has the digital copy, you would end up with additional copies, as you can see right up in there, like I have. It's pretty good because it gives you the ability to take those movies and put them on your iPad. Okay, what we're gonna get into here today is, besides all this other detail of information, we're going to get into straightforward what you're going to need to do when you get your iPad. Now, if you're already an iPad owner, all you need to know is basically log in with your iPad, your Apple ID, I should say, basically download it from the cloud. Well, what is the cloud? The cloud basically is where you store everything that you have purchased from your iPad and then transfer it to your new iPad. Or you would need to get the cloud service, which comes with all Mac products nowadays, and you would basically purchase it in your iTunes account, and then the cloud would transfer it to your iPad, your iPhone, or your iPod, and then basically you would have it in the three locations without having to do too much work. First primary thing you're going to need to do is create an Apple ID. I'm going to read it straight from here. What is an Apple ID? An Apple ID is your username, which I've used my email address, which works very easy. For everything you do with your Apple device, shop the iTunes Store, enable iCloud on all your devices, buy from the Apple Online Store, and make reservations at Apple Retail Store. Just in case you have any technical issues, the Genius Bar tech guys can help you fix anything you may not understand. But what you're going to do is come here to basically appleid.apple.com, and as you can see here, you're going to create an Apple ID. You have two here: manage your Apple ID and create an Apple ID. You're going to create an Apple ID. Now, if you think that you have one already and you're having issues of trying to figure out why isn't this working, how come, blah blah blah, all that fun stuff, it's probably because you don't have one, or setting it up initially you set it up wrong. What you're going to do is first here, create Apple ID. First is going to be your first name, your last name, the Apple ID. I would tell everybody use your old email address if you want to. That'll make life easier. So when you log into it, it's your email address. Now, if you want to get carried away and create something spectacular, you can do that. But I wouldn't recommend that, because if you forget uppercase letter from a lowercase letter, from a special character to a number, that makes life very hard to find it again. Then after you do that, you're going to make your password, make it something unique, and also make it something you can remember, and then confirm your password, and then your specialty secret questions, let's see, what is your dream job, what's your first children's book, your model of your first car, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Answer those questions, all three of them. What that will do is prevent anyone from basically trying to hack your account, even though it has happened, but it wasn't their fault. But we're not going to get into that. It kind of prevents that. Then you put in your date of birth, your rescue email address, just in case you mess up and you forget something, or you don't remember your password. You can put that in. And then here you put in your mailing address, just in case you want something shipped to you from the iTunes store. You never know, you could buy something directly from the Apple store if you want. And then basically after you do that, you put in that information, and you would have created your Apple ID, which would bring you into your iTunes account. What will that do is allow you to come to the iTunes store and basically, like this, shop for movies, books, music, whatever it may possibly be that you want. Anything and everything is on here. Okay, now I'm gonna get people telling me, well, it costs money to get some of this stuff. Okay, blockheads, I'm gonna tell you straightforward. Yes, it does. Some are free, but just like Google stuff, there are what you call in-app purchases. So when you buy the app or the game or whatever it is, maybe, and it's free, but to progress to the next level in the game, you have to buy the next level. That's what an in-app purchase is. That's their way around of saying you can get the game for free, but you have to purchase whatever it may be in the game. So if you want better weapons or a power-up or whatever it may be, you might have to buy that. Some games are made like that, some games are not. But the other way to save the wallet is, initially starting out, I would recommend to buy an iTunes gift card. They come in varying amounts. That'll make life easier, so you can get whatever it may be you want to get. Because if you decide you want to give your iPod Touch to a child, and you know how they are, they kind of have the tendency to buy out everything in creation because it looked cool or it may be cool or whatever. An iTunes gift card would secure it, so you're not having money come out of your account directly. So you don't end up with one of those, well, how come I'm missing $100 or blah 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 or whatever it may be? It's because your little kid got carried away and downloaded all kinds of stuff. But it happens. It can happen. That's how children are. But hey, it's your investment, and you got to protect your investment. Okay, now the next thing up, the iPad itself. What we're going to do is we're going to slide down here. so you can get an idea of my iPad and how I use it. Gotta do some adjustment here. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, this is my iPad right here. Back up a little. There we go. One of the things I recommend is you get the cover for it, which is this right here. Keeps it very safe and protected. Another way you can go is to get an actual pocket, like a book. You put the iPad in it, and basically it's safe, and so you won't have to worry about it getting damaged or anything like that. It works great. I just moved from this back into my smart cover because it turns the iPad off after you use it, which, as you can see, it comes on automatically. It folds up. This one does not attach to one side like the original smart cover. This one attaches directly to the iPad itself. As you can see right there, it's clipped in, and basically it keeps it safe, prevents scratches and all that. But let's get right into business here. Once you get your Apple iPad, you're going to want to get apps for it. I would say after you get your Apple ID squared away and you log into it, first thing you're going to do is create your email address for it, or lock in your email address to your iPad. Because what will happen is basically if you have an iCloud, Gmail, Yahoo, whatever it may be, AOL, if you still have AOL. But if you have AOL, you can log into those through here once you have them set, and then check all your email any which way you want. As you can see, you can check that way, and stuff like that. Other two is that once you have your Apple ID set up, you can basically listen to your music like I have set here. As you can see, same music, same everything that is on my iTunes is on here too. Makes life easier because once I download anything on iTunes, it downloads into here too. Basically, let's go into the artist, and as you can see, you have a ton of music stored in here. This is what I'm telling you about when you get a specific size iPad, a 16, 32, 64, 128. This is what's going to take up space on it. As you can see, I have a lot of music on here, and a lot of music takes up space. Videos take up space. Basically, everything from anything takes up space on here. There is no way of expanding the memory. You can buy adapters for it. Mine is the old version, the 30-pin connector. This is your SD card adapter. What this will do is basically you plug it in to the side of the iPad here, and then you take an SD card, which would be one of these, and if you have a digital camera, you can basically take the photos and put it right to the iPad. What the iPad will do is, as you can see, read the SD card and transfer all the photos that are on the SD card, or if it may be movies that is on here, it'll transfer that to the iPad, so you don't have to try and go through trying to download anything from one place to another just to get it on your iPad. This makes it very convenient to use when you're out and about. My other favorite, which I found on CNET one day, is this one is also the same thing, but this is your USB adapter. This here has a secret behind it. If you take a USB keyboard, and while you're in your email, you can actually type up an email from the USB keyboard. Now, it won't charge the keyboard, or it'll give the keyboard will have enough power where you could type into it. If you use anything beyond that, the iPad does not give back power to anything that needs it. The iPad basically wants its own power. But using this here gives you the ability to use a USB keyboard and type up anything. Now, if you don't want to go down that road, there are Logitech or the Apple keyboard, which you can use, which is what I have here, that works Bluetooth. That you pair it to your iPad and you can type up a whole lot easier. Now, mind you, that it is a smaller version of the standard size keyboard, if you can see that right there. You're just missing some of the higher up keys over here and your number keypad. But other than that, as far as the keyboard itself, it is the exact same as the big one. Just missing this section here. That's all it is. Bluetooth keyboard. Power on there. Put your AA batteries in here. The batteries last a year because I've used it off and on and I've yet to change the batteries in it. So for something that cool, it's pretty good. It is a little expensive, I could tell you that, but a couple of accessories I would say you should get for your iPad. And then my favorite, let me get it for you. Be right back. I should have it right here. But is you should have one of these. Now, where I work at, people ask me all the time, how do I transfer my movies that I have on my iPad to my TV? Well, this is the AV adapter. What it will do is it'll plug into your iPad, just like so, like that. Then you take your HDMI cable, which will be that, and you plug it in to the HDMI port here. Oops, upside down, like that. And the other slot that's right there is for power. So while you're watching your movie, you can power the iPad so it doesn't die off of the battery, which is very, very cool. A lot of people don't know that, but that right there for something like this makes that very worthy of having and using off and on. Let me show you, get it set up here. This will take just a bit, but plug this in here. Voila. Now, where is the HDMI port? Okay, here's what I'm going to show you. We're going to flip up here. That's a little rough, sorry about that, but it is what it is. Okay, what I'm going to do is basically transfer what I'm looking at on my iPad to my monitor. So I'm going to just switch over here via input, and we're going to turn on my monitor, and voila, just like that. Now if you think I'm making this up, basically here's my iPad right there, and as you can see, moving it right there. Let's leave out of that. And as you can see right there, everything is working right there just like that. Let's go into a movie, iTunes trailers, and basically pull up any trailer you want. Let's see what's coming out new that everybody's waiting for. If you're a Star Wars person like me, let's see the Star Wars trailer. And to show you that it's showing in real time, not faking it. That's the, oh, sorry. That's the iPad right there. Playing the trailer. And one thing we might have to do is, where's the sound coming from? Oh, no sound. Oh crap. Well, as you can see, it is playing the movie there. I don't have the sound hooked up correctly. But that's trivial stuff right there. Alright folks, basically that gives you an idea all the things you're gonna need for your iPad. So this is your tech news guru coming from Mini Nova Studios, and basically we're gonna check out and hope you enjoy my how to use your iPad and set it up and everything like that. But if you have any questions or anything like that, or you want to send me any comments, don't forget in the comment questions down below, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Talk to you later. Bye.